Hey guys, welcome to another fly tying episode from HolsingerFlyShop.com. This week I'm bringing you a Czech Nymph. I know I've done them in the past, and like I said before, every now and then I'm going to bring back some old flies, smooth them out a little bit, do a little bit better job. A lot of these ones were some of my early ones, which if I could go back, I'd probably take them back down. But, I've learned a lot with my editing and all that kind of stuff, so I can make them a lot better. But anyhow, this is a really cool pattern. It's a Czech Nymph. If you're into the Czech Nymph style fishing, it's just a fish catcher. And it's easy to tie too, but I talk about it in the video. Use a pattern. Grab one if you don't know what you're tying. Get a pattern from somebody else. Work on matching that pattern so you know what size it should be. And that'll make your fly tying a lot more successful. A lot of the reasons why sometimes when you first start out tying, you think you're doing right, but really you're making it too big and things like that. So that was one thing I did here. But while I'm talking here right now, I'm going to show you a couple different colors that I like to tie this in and like to fish it. You can see them flashing up here now. And just, mess around with this. Keep it natural. Of course, now this pink one that I'm going to tie in your video here is I've seen pink shaded ones, probably not this pink, but I like things flashy. So there you got to see a couple different color variations of the way I like to tie them. Just give it a try with different things, mix up your dubbings, and have a lot of fun. That's what fly tying is all about. So here you see the fly in the vise and the material that's to tie it. Alright guys, here you see in the vise a simple pink Czech Nymph, and I'm going to show you how I tie these. It's really simple to tie, and I know I've done these before, but I'm going to update this one a little bit with some different materials. So let's get my hook in the vise. For a hook, I am using a Firehole 315 in a size 10, and I already put the lead on it. I'm tying these in steps. And I just grab a whole bunch of hooks and put a whole bunch of lead on them. So I got about 20 wraps of lead on here, 15 to 20 for a size 10. And I'll tie these in size 10, 12s, and 14s. For thread, since this is a pink one, I'm going to use some fluorescent pink thread. And I'm just going to start right in front of that lead, and I'm going to lock it in place. And I'm going to get back around the bend a little bit. And just make sure I get this nice and covered. And got a little scrap of lead hanging there I don't like, so we're just going to pop that off of there. And then trim our thread. Okay, next thing we're going to use is a little bit of Brassie red ultra wire. And here I got a piece. Got a scrap of lead in here. So we're just going to tie this in. I like to tie it in on the bottom. Kind of keep it down out of the way of things. So I'm going to tie it in on the bottom. Don't be afraid to go around the bend of that hook a little bit like I did there. And the next thing is the shell back. Now, something we just started carrying at the shop, and we have this in limited quantity. We're probably not going to have it long. But it's a micro shrimp foil from Jan Simon. This stuff is awesome. I love using his stuff, and I met him at the symposium when I was tying there. And one thing I will give a suggestion to, I'm just going to tie this down on the back, sorry. This is the pink, the pink magic foil. One thing I will suggest, I never really liked my Czech Nymphs before. I'd always get them too big, and I just didn't care for them a whole lot. So who better to tie a Czech Nymph than Jan Simon? So I picked up a couple of his flies while I was at the show. I brought them home, and I kind of used them as a template to improve and do a better job tying my own flies. So I suggest that, guys, when you're out at a fly show or something like that, and there's a guy there you like, he does nice flies, pick up a couple of his flies, sit down and work on copying his pattern, and you're going to make a lot nicer flies. There's a reason why he's at the show. Next thing I'm going to show you is some Scud Dub Pink, and we're just going to use a little bit of this, and this is going to be the back end of the fly, and we're just going to dub this on, and then we're going to wrap it up the body. And I want to wrap this about 2/3 of the way up, we'll say. So once I got that dubbed on, I'm going to wrap it up. This is nice and buggy stuff. Alright, 2/3. You see there, I'm keeping it thin still, okay? I'm not filling this big gap in here. So next thing is Emergence dubbing, and this is fluorescent shrimp pink. And so we're just going to use a little bit of it, and I'm going to finish going the rest of the way up here. And these are both kind of similar materials. They're both synthetics, and they'll brush out really nice and make it real buggy, leggy looking. So we're just going to get this dubbed on here good. And then I'm going to, like I said, I'm just going to finish dubbing this up the rest of the way to that eye. And I'm going to taper it down as I get up to the front. So, come back a little bit. There we go. Got a nice, smooth, even taper on it. Now we're going to take our shrimp foil, and this is the thinner stuff. He has a thicker one. This is the thin that we carry in the shop. So we're just going to hold it on top, pull it pretty tight. Hold it on top, make about 2 or 3 nice good wraps. And then I'm going to wrap back over it. Make sure it locks in place. And then we're going to trim it off. Now, it doesn't hurt here. Throw in a quick half hitch. Keep it from sliding off. Okay, now we're going to take our wire and we're just going to wrap this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go loosely on the bottom. I'm going to pull it down on top. Loose around the bottom again, pull it down tight on top. And by doing that, it kind of locks it in place. So we're just going to rib this up nice and evenly. We used the longer piece of wire here, that would have helped. And then when we get up to the front, we're going to tie it off. Helicopter it. Give it a quick whip finish, and then I'm going to hit that head with a little bit of bone dry. Okay, and I'm going to hit the head with the bone dry first here. Reason being, I want to lock that in place, and my next step is I'm going to brush out my legs on this. So by hitting that with the bone dry, that's going to protect my thread whenever I take my little Stonfo tool and come in here and brush out the legs a little bit. So there you can see, nice leggy little fly, a little longer than I like. There we go. So you can see there, nice looking little fly, and very easy to tie. You saw how fast I tied that. So give it a try. I'm going to show you, oh sorry, I did show you in the intro here a couple of different color variations, and just mess around with your colors and have fun. Alright guys, I hope you liked that pattern. It wasn't hard to tie. A little bit of practice, keep it thin. Those are the big keys, you know. Keep your fly thin. And get some weight on there. You could up it maybe to a 20 or a 25, but the more weight, you know, 0.025 lead. The bigger you make the lead dough, the fatter you're going to make the fly, the less natural it's going to look. Keep it thin and you're going to do a lot better with it. Plus, you know, that thin profile will get down through the water easily. So, have fun tying these guys. If you need the materials to tie it, you can find it at our website at holsingersflyshop.com, or links to it down here in the bottom. And on our new website, I should say, we added the really cool thing on there. We added a link to the different categories in our YouTube channel. So now from the front page of our web page, you can go up and hit videos. It'll have a drop down menu with nymphs, streamers, egg patterns, all kinds of different things. And so you can go directly to there and find whatever pattern you want to look for. Or, you know, if you're into tying nymphs right now, just click the nymph button. You'll see a whole list of my nymphs that I've tied for you. So hope that helps out a lot. We're trying to do things to smooth things out on the website, make it easier for you guys to navigate, and a lot better, you know, interactive website for everybody. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you did, please hit the like button, give me the thumbs up, and visit our website. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here to help out in any way we can. You know, give you suggestions on what to tie, what to fish, or just share our knowledge with you. So thanks for watching, everybody. We really enjoy bringing these. And until next week, I'm Sean Holsinger.